dear children. Good morning. How are you all? I hope you are fine. Before beginning the class, I have to verify something. Did you all copy the notes of chapter 3 in your notes? Yes? Okay, only one or two students have sent their snapshots to me. My dear children, try to complete all the notes in your notebook. After completing, take a snapshot and send it to me privately. Okay, my dear children? It's very important, my dear children. I have to check whether you have written correctly or not. If you have any doubts regarding your notes or that or any videos, you can call me or you can text me privately before 9:30. Okay, my dear children, try to complete the notes. Start studying chapter 3. Okay, from today itself, start learning chapter 3. Today, learn the one word question and make your parents to conduct an exam in your home. Okay, make your parents to conduct an exam in your home test, like a home test. Okay, I will send a circular in your group. After that, start studying. We are going to conduct an exam, weekly exam. Okay, my dear children, try to study the chapter 3. Okay. Okay. Already we have started the chapter 4, right? What's the topic of the chapter 4? Reproduction in plants. What is the major reproductive part in a plant? Seeds. What is the major reproductive part in a plant? Seeds. Okay. Okay. Other than seeds, how the plants will reproduce? They will reproduce through their stem, through their leaves, okay, through their flowers. Okay. Then, what are the topics we have learned already in the previous classes? We have learned the parts of a seed. What are the three parts of a seed? Embryo, seed coat, and endosperm. Okay. Then how the dispersal of seeds happen? What are the ways dispersal of seeds happen? Through wind, through water, through animals and human beings, and through explosion. Then what are the example for dispersal by wind? Cotton, dandelion and sycamore. Then what are the example for dispersal by water? Coconut. Then dispersal by animals and human beings happens in many ways, right? Then what is the example for dispersal by explosion? Peas. Okay, peas. Okay, my dear children, today we are going to learn the next part of the lesson, the last part of the lesson. Okay, only 3 topics are more to learn. After that, we will start writing the notes and we will start learning the chapter. Okay. Okay, we will move on to the today's topic. Process of germination. Already we have learned how the dispersal of seed happens, how the seed get dispersed, in what are the ways the seeds get dispersed. The next process is germination. Germination. Okay, what do you mean by germination? We have learned in our previous chapters. What do you mean by germination? A new plant started to grow from a seed. The process is called germination. A new plant started to grow from a seed. With this process is called germination. Okay, so how the process of germination happens? The 4 main parts of a sprouting seed. First, we want to learn what are the parts of a sprouting seed. Sprouting means it start to develop into a new plant. Okay, it start to develop into a new plant. So how the process of germination happens? Before learning, we have to learn the parts of a sprouting seed. First one, epicotyle. First one, Epicotyl, which form the first leaves of the plant. Okay, epicotyl mean the first leaves of a plant. Okay, see, this is epicotyl. Okay, this is epicotyl. This is the first leaf of a plant. Okay, then second one, hypocotyl. What is the second one? Hypocotyl, which form the stem of the plant. In this picture, it is marked, right? Which is the stem, first stem, okay, which form the stems of the plant. So first, what do you mean by epicotyl? Which form the first leaf, okay, epicotyl form the first leaf of the plant. Then hypocotyl means which form the stem of a plant. Okay, epicotyl means leaves of the plant, then hypocotyl means the stem of the plant. Okay, my dear children. Then radicle. What's the third one? Radicle. The first root of the plant. Here you can see the first root of a plant. What do you mean by radicle? The first root of the plant. Then cotyledon. Fourth one, cotyledon. The inner protective layer of the seed that stored food for the seed. Already we have learned the parts of a seed. In that we have learned endosperm. Endosperm is a place which will supply the food to the embryo. So cotyledon is an inner part, okay, where the food store. Through the video, you can understand what are the parts, okay, what is cotyledon, through radicle, what is an hypocotyl, what is an epicotyl. Okay, my dear children. So my dear children, I'm going to explain the cotyledon. What is the cotyledon? This is the seed. This is the base and seed. Okay, this is the base and seed. Through this seed, we are going to learn what is a cotyledon. We can break the seed into two. Okay, we can break the seed into two. Here you can see the inner part of the seed. The inner part of the seed is called cotyledon. Okay, we can break the seed into two. So this seed has two parts. The seed has a two cotyledon, inner part of the seed. See, my dear children, this is a pea seed. By removing the upper cover of the seed, we can see the cotyledon inside the seed. Okay, through removing the seed coat. Okay, through removing the seed coat, we can see the cotyledon inside it. Then another, see, this is a wheat seed. Here you can see this is a wheat seed. Okay, this is a wheat seed and it has a line structures. Here you can see, can you able to see it? It has a line in it, but we cannot be able to separate this. Okay, so this is called cotyledon. Okay, the inner part of the seed is called cotyledon. Here you can see rice. Okay, rice also we have cotyledon, but we cannot be able to separate these seeds. Okay, the inner part of the seed is called cotyledon. The inner part of the seed is called cotyledon. Next, we move on to the germination of seed. Okay, we will move on to the germination of seed. The process of germination begins when a seed falls on the ground. Okay, and has been covered with soil. How the process, when will the process of germination start? Okay, the process of germination start when the seed, okay, when the seed fall on the ground. When a seed, if it is a bean seed or if it is an any seed, okay, when it fall on the ground and it is covered with the soil, okay, and it is covered with soil. Under favorable environmental conditions, the seeds start to grow. When the condition is favorable, okay, when the condition is favorable, sometimes if it is summer season, if it is too hot, the seed will be dead. Okay, the seed will be dry. Okay, or else if it is a rainy season, if it is a rainy season, it's full of rainfall. Okay, the seed will rotten. Okay, the seed will rotten. So under some favorable condition, somewhat summer, somewhat sunny, and in the evening it's somewhat cool. Okay, under some favorable condition, the seeds start to grow. Okay, when the seeds start, then how the process of germination happen? First one, when the seed has matured enough, the cotyledon and the root push out of the core and come out. Okay, when the seed get matured, okay, then seed get matured. Mature mean it come to the stage of giving birth to another plant. Okay, it come to the stage of giving birth to the another plant. It's matured. Okay, the cotyledon, the cotyledon, cotyledon we have learned. Okay, the cotyledon and the root. Okay, the root, the first the root will come out of the seed. Okay, the root will come out of the seed coat and it will start to grow. Okay, this root will come out. Okay, then the root takes hold of the soil and start to absorb food from the soil. First, what will come out? The root will come out. Okay, from the seed, first the root will come out. Okay, first the root will come out and it will stand on the soil. Okay, the root will stand on the soil and it will hold the soil and start to absorb. The root will absorb the nutrients and water from the soil. So this root will start their function. Okay, the root will start their function to absorb water and nutrients from the soil. Then the next part of the seed that appears is hypocotyl. What do you mean by hypocotyl? We have learned. Yeah, hypocotyl is the stem of a plant. Okay, the next part, what will happen? The hypocotyl. Hypocotyl means stem. Okay, the stem started to arise. The stem starts to arise. Then the hypocotyl continues to grow upward with epicotyl. Okay, first the root will come out first. Second, hypocotyl. Hypocotyl means the stem will come out. Okay, the first stem will come out. Then third one, from the stem the leaf, the first leaf started to come out. Okay, from the leaf the first leaf will come out, and then epicotyl becomes the first leaf of the plant. Okay, the epicotyl form the first leaf of the plant. Okay, as the leaves can prepare food for the plant, the cotyledons are no longer needed and then fall off the plant. Okay, after first the root started to grow, then after the first leaf come out, then its stem will come out and it started to grow into a new plant. After that the cotyledons will fall down. Okay, there is no need of the food because the root started to absorb the water and minerals from the soil. Okay, so why the cotyledon are falling down? Because the root started to absorb the water and nutrients from the soil, so the cotyledons get fell down. Okay, my dear children, do you understand? Okay, first what happened? The root will come out. Okay, the first process is the root started to grow and it started to hold the soil and it absorbed the nutrients from the soil. Then second one, through after that the stem will started to grow. Okay, the stem, what is the stem? Hypocotyl. Okay, the hypocotyl stem will grow. Then third one, after that the leaf will started to arise. Okay, through this hypocotyl the leaf, what is the leaf? Epicotyl. Okay, epicotyl started to arise. Through this it grows into a new plant, so that the cotyledons will fall from the plant. Okay, the plant's tiny leaves take over the job of supplying food to the new plant and the new plant. So we know that leaf is the food factory of the plant. So this small tiny leaf start to store the food and supply the food to the other parts of the plant. Okay, leaf is the food factory of the plant. First the leaf started to grow. After the cotyledons fell off, the leaf started to store the food and it started to supply the food to the other parts of the plant. Okay, my dear children, so this is the process of germination. Okay, so my dear children, this is the growth of a seed. Okay, how a new plant grows from a seed. So this process is called germination. So my dear children, This is a millet seed. Okay, this is a millet seed. This is a millet seed. First we have learned, first the root start to grow. Here you can see first the root starts to grow, right? First the root start to grow. Then in the next one, what's the name of the root? Yeah, first the name of the root is called radicle. Okay, the name of the root is called radicle. In the next seed we can see a small leaf started to arise. What's the name of this? Epicotyl. This is the first leaf of the plant. Here you can see after the root starts to grow, a new leaf started to arise. A new leaf started to arise. Then in the next, here you can see the leaf started to arise. It gets bigger. It start to grow. And in the next one, here you can see the leaf net start to grow and the seed is here. Can you able to see? The seed is here. The seed is here. And the next one, it's somewhat bigger. The leaves are somewhat bigger till the seed is here. The seed is here. And in the next one, it grows somewhat bigger. Again, the seed is here. Here you can see the seed started to bending down. Can you able to see it? The seed started to bending down. Can you able to see it? But the leaves are growing bigger. The leaves start to, so the seed started to bending down. In the last one, here you can see there is no seed. The seed, the cotyledon fell from the plant. Now the leaves can able to prepare their own food. Okay, now the leaves can prepare their own food. So this is the germination of a seed. Okay, this is the germination of the seed. Okay, do you understand? Okay, we move on to the next topic. Reproduction without seed. From this much we have learned how the reproduction with seeds happen. Now we are going to learn how the reproduction without seed happen. Okay, vegetative propagation. What's the first one? How the plant will reproduce without seed? Through vegetative propagation. How? Through vegetative propagation. What do you mean by vegetative propagation? It is a method of growing new plant from plant parts such as stem, roots and leaves of an old plant. Vegetative propagation means growing a new plant. Okay, growing a new plant from the old plant with the help of stem, root and leaves of a old plant. Okay, growing a new plant from the plant parts. Okay, like stem, roots and leaves of an old plant. Okay, so some examples: sweet potatoes, onion, banana. Okay, banana plant we all know, it's almost most of them seen through the root. Okay, through the root the banana new plant will grow. Then potatoes, through potatoes we can the potato we are buying from the market, with the help of that potato we can grow another new potato plant. Okay, then rose plant is if we cut a stem of the rose plant and then place into another pot, it will grow into a new plant. Then sugar cane. Okay, through the stem of the sugar cane we can uh, produce a new plant. So reproduction without seed. What is the process with reproduction without seed? It is called as vegetative propagation. In this picture you can see there is a rose picture. The rose will reproduce themselves through their seeds, and then sugarcane also reproduce themselves through their stem. Okay, do you understand? Okay, my dear children, then we move on to our last topic. What's the last topic? Nurseries. Nurseries means, nurseries is the place where we go for buying plants, right? Okay, a plant nursery is a special place for the propagation and care of young plant. What do you mean by propagation? Propagation means producing a new plant. Okay, propagation means producing a new plant. Okay, new plant from a parent plant. Nursery is a special place for producing a new plant and taking care of the new plant. Okay, then The nurseries are designed to have favorable conditions for the growth of plant. Okay, nurseries. Okay, the nursery should be designed to the favorable condition for all the plants. Okay, for all the plants. First one, the right temperature. What's the first point? Right temperature. The temperature should be in correct manner. Okay, the temperature should be in constant manner. Then second one, good soil and sufficient nutrients. The soil should be filled with nutrients. Okay, the soil should be filled with nutrients and it contains large amount of nutrients. The soil should contain large amount of nutrients. Okay, so if the soil contains good amount of nutrient, then the soil is good. Okay, then sufficient amount of water. Then the most important one is the plant all need water, right? So the nursery contains sufficient amount of water for all plant. Then good ventilation with proper lighting. The nursery will be filled with good ventilation, okay, and with proper lighting. Okay, the lighting should be in proper manner and free flow of air. Okay, in the night time, and the lighting should be in all correct proper manner. Okay, sometimes a seed will sprout in the light. Okay, in the presence of light, so the lighting is essential and the lighting should be in a good manner. Okay, my dear children, we are at the end of the lesson. So now we are going to recall what we have learned in this lesson. Okay. Okay. What's the topic of this lesson? Reproduction in plants. Reproduction in plants. Then reproduction in plants. What are the ways of reproduction? The plants reproduce through their seeds. Seeds. First we have learned about seeds. Then in seeds, what we have learned? Structure. Okay, their structure. What is the three parts of a plant seed? Seed coat, embryo, and then cotyledon. And then we learned about dispersal of seeds. First we learned this, and then we learned this, right? Then what are the ways of dispersal of seed? By wind, by water, by animal and human beings, by explosion. Then we learn about germination of seeds. Okay, then we have learned the germination of seed. After that, we have learned the vegetative propagation in plants, and then at last we have learned about the nursery. Okay, at last we have learned about the nursery. So my dear children, now we are going to learn some question answers. Okay, we are going to learn some one word question. Okay, first we are going to learn the choose the correct answer. The dash supply food to the embryo. Root. Okay, the root will supply the food to the embryo. A small hard structure present inside the fruit is called a seed. We have learned already. A small hard structure present inside the fruit is called a seed. Okay, it's a seed. Then the endosperm supplies food to the embryo. The dash supplies food to the embryo. The endosperm supplies the food to the embryo. The endosperm supplies the food to the embryo. Cotton seeds are dispersed by. Cotton is an example for dispersal by wind. Dispersal by wind. So first root of a plant is called epicotyle. Then the dash takes hold of the soil and starts to absorb food from the soil. Root. What's the answer? Root is the answer. The root takes hold of the soil and starts to absorb food from the soil. Then next, fill in the blanks. The dash protects embryo from drying. The dash protects the embryo from drying. Seed coat. What's the answer? Seed coat. Then the dash seeds have wing-like structures that can rotate in the air. Sycamore. Spell it. Sycamore. Okay, sycamore. Okay, sycamore. Then the fibrous part of a coconut is called coir. What is this? Coir. Coir. Okay. Then peas and bean seeds are scattered by explosion. What is this? Explosion. Then the dash becomes the first leaf of the new plant. Epicotyle. Epicotyle. Then we move on to next one. Match the following. Column A, column B. First question. Epicotyle. What is epicotyle? It's the first leaf of the plant. Epicotyle is the first leaf of the plant. Then hypocotyle. What is mean by hypocotyle? The stem of the plant. What do you mean by hypocotyle? The stem of the plant. Then radicle. It is the first root of the plant. What is radicle? First root of the plant. Then cotyledon. Store food for the seed. What is cotyledon? Stores food for the seed. And then seed coat. Protects the embryo. Protects the embryo. So epicotyle means first leaves of the plant. And then hypocotyle, the stem of the plant. And then radicle, first root of the plant. Cotyledon, stores food for the seed. Seed coat, protects the embryo. Okay, my dear children, we are at the end of the class. I have to say something. My dear children, try to complete the notes of chapter 3. After completing, take a snap and send it to my personal number. Okay, my dear children. Try to learn chapter 3. Okay, today try to learn the one word questions in chapter 3. Okay, try to learn question answers in your home. After completing one word question, ask your parents to conduct a home test. Okay, ask your parents to conduct the home test. Copy all the notes. If you have any doubts regarding your notes or your video, you can call me, text me before 9:30. Okay, my dear children, we will see in the next class. Until bye bye. Take care. Thank you.